The year 2024 did bring a ton of hit K-dramas, but not all of them lived up to the hype. Some shows promised too much, only to flop, leaving viewers and critics bored and unimpressed. From weak storylines to criminally low ratings, these 11 shows proved that not every new release deserves a standing ovation. 11. The Impossible Heir. This revenge drama promised thrills, but ended up leaving viewers bored. Starring Lee Jae-wook, Lee Jun-young, and Hong Soo-Soo, the story follows an illegitimate son rejected by his wealthy family. Determined to change his fate, he teams up with a childhood friend and they cross paths with a woman struggling financially. Together, they plot to take control of a powerful company. Despite the star-studded cast, the series didn't live up to expectations. The love triangle felt unnecessary, the plot repetitive, and the characters failed to impress. The biggest letdown was the female lead's acting, with the majority of viewers even petitioning for a replacement. In contrast, the second female lead, played by Choi Hee-jin, became a fan favorite, with many admitting she was the main reason they kept watching. 10. Queen Woo. What started off as a historical K-drama with all the makings of a royal hit quickly became 2024's biggest flop. Despite a star-studded cast like Lee Chang-wook and Soo-Hyuk and a 30 billion Korean won budget, it couldn't escape its low ratings and backlash. Set in the Goguryeo era, Queen Woo promised a bold, independent queen with unique customs, but after just 3 episodes, fans were furious over excessive skinship content and an overall bad plotline. The actress playing the female lead, Jong-Seo's flat performance as the lead queen didn't help, leaving many wondering if she was the right choice at all. Queen Woo also encountered historical distortion controversy, which was denied by the screenwriter, but by then, the damage was done. 9. Beauty and Mr. Romantic. The highly anticipated return of Ji Hyun-Woo and Im Soo-hyung's weekend drama debut in Beauty and Mr. Romantic had fans excited, but it didn't take long for the buzz to fade. The story of a top actress's fall from grace and her romance with a rookie producer had potential, but despite decent ratings, it quickly became a flop thanks to its over-the-top plot. For example, the female lead, who's supported her family for 15 years, hits rock bottom due to her mother's debt, even contemplating unaliving herself. But her mom's brilliant idea is an adult photo shoot to make more money. Yep, you heard that right. Fans also couldn't handle the absurdity, calling the storyline a mess of cliches and eye-roll-worthy tropes. 8. Korea-Khitan War. This drama was on the road to becoming the next big historical K-drama hit, especially with idol-turned-actor Kim Dong-Jun leading the charge. The series got off to a strong start, winning over viewers during its first 2 weeks on air, but then the cracks started to show, and viewers quickly saw the flaws creeping in. The main disappointment was Kim Dong-jun's performance. Critics couldn't help but notice his signature, wide-eyed look in every single scene, and his stiff dialogue delivery made it hard to take anything seriously. With little emotional range, his portrayal turned moments that were meant to be dramatic into unintentionally comedic scenes. Unfortunately, it seems the Korea-Khitan War couldn't quite live up to the hype. 7. Red Swan. This had everyone talking before it even hit the screens, thanks to a powerhouse cast of Rain and Kang Han-yeol and promises of high-stakes drama in Korea's corporate world. But once the show aired, it quickly became clear that even the best actors can't save a bad plot. Critics and viewers were both quick to call out the tone-deaf portrayal of Africa as a place in constant need of charity, and the plot? Well, it was labeled bland as water, and after just 4 episodes, ratings took a nosedive. The chemistry between the leads was practically non-existent, the story had more holes than Swiss cheese, and the whole series lacked real tension or climax. Overall, Red Swan ended up feeling like a cookie-cutter corporate drama and an underwhelming comeback for our actors. 6. Escape of the Seven – Resurrection. Season 2 of The Escape of the Seven promised revenge and collaboration with 7 reborn individuals starring Lee-jun, Lee-yubi, and Ki-Joon. But despite the star power, it couldn't generate the buzz or viewership it needed. Fans were hopeful, especially with the writer of The Penthouse on board, but the so-called writer Kim Soon-ok effect, where viewers overlook unrealistic plot twists, didn't work this time. Implausible storylines and sensational events only left viewers scratching their heads. And don't even get me started on Ki-Joon's portrayal of 3 characters, which had viewers totally lost. The director promised revenge and retribution, but viewers were left wondering where it all went. Looks like season 2 couldn't escape its own hype. 5. Missing Crown Prince. K-pop idol dramas always come with sky-high expectations, but Missing Crown Prince starring EXO Soo-Hyuk, who made his historical drama debut, couldn't quite claim his throne. The story follows a crown prince, taken by his future bride, who just so happens to be the royal physician's daughter. Romance blossoms as they're on the run, but despite a decent setup and solid performances, the drama couldn't grab the audience's attention because of an uninteresting plot. And let's not forget, its airing schedule was with hit dramas like Queen of Tears and Lovely Runner, both of which were breaking records. 4. Gyeongsang Creature. After the massive success of Season 1, Gyeongsang Creature Season 2 had everyone excited. The magic of the first season lay in its gritty portrayal of life under colonial oppression, blending thrills with raw history. But what did the director do this time? He leapt into the modern era, and suddenly, the show lost its spark. The post-World War II setting was supposed to keep things fresh, but instead, it turned into a forgettable sci-fi plot drowning in CGI. Fans were quick to call it out, saying Season 2 was missing the emotional depth that made the first one unforgettable. Even the star power of Han So-hee and Park So-joon couldn't save it. 3. Hierarchy. When everyone was craving the next The Glory level revenge drama, Hierarchy promised all the thrills, but ended up short of delivering. The plot? A rich, exclusive school where the power dynamics are as cutthroat as you'd expect, but it all quickly spirals into a mess of predictable twists and boring moments. Fans were quick to call it a terrible mashup of Elite and Gossip Girl, but with none of the drama or charm. Viewers complained about cringeworthy dialogue and lack of any likable characters and a revenge plot that felt as flat as a day-old soda. 2. Wedding Impossible. 2024 brought us yet another drama starring Jong-Seo, this time alongside Moon Sang-min, but Wedding Impossible was a letdown. The show had a promising story until episode 8, but then everything fell apart. Although the plot was full of the same tired cliches, what really killed it was the lack of passion, suspense, and tension to keep viewers hooked. Fans couldn't even get behind the lead characters despite a sizzling chemistry, leaving the whole romance feeling flat and forced. 1. Serendipity's Embrace. Kim So-hyun and Jong-Hyeop might be a dream cast, but weren't dreamy enough to save Serendipity's Embrace. The drama started with a solid 3.88% viewership, but it was all downhill from there. The audience quickly tuned out, criticizing the show for recycling the same tired fate and love storyline we've seen a million times before. Sure, the leads had decent chemistry, but even that couldn't save a boring plot. Some whispered that the Olympics airing at the same time might have been to blame, but honestly, looks like this one was never meant to be a love story for the ages. Which drama left you most surprised? Share your thoughts in the comments.